Man beat man is back.
Oh, okay, Jay, boys, done it again. Oh my gosh, the ring got messed up. This is a 5 out of freaking 5.
It is beat making time.
Next week is E3 week. My album comes out next week.
I have delivered. You talk to us, you talk to him, but oh, look at that, my God.
This is your boy. Alright, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy Dash True Inferno. And it's another, well, there's no gameplay here because I got a lot of visuals to show you guys this time around. So yeah, let's not waste any time. Let's get straight into it. So there's two things I want to talk about here. Now, last week, I was going to give you an introduction on a number of top 10s that I would be doing for the next number of months. But two things happened, or really two things came to my attention. No, let me be specific here. One thing came to my attention. The other thing I almost forgot. So I had to talk about both of these things, and you're looking at one of them right now. So these right here is the final rankings for college football, NCAA college football, before we get into the postseason, or what matters most, unless you know you're Michigan, it's all about the Outback Bowl, the playoff. So for those of you who don't know how the playoff works, here's how it goes. At the end of the year, a college football committee decides in their minds who are the 4 best teams in the nation. And those 4 teams will square off in a college football playoff, a 4-team playoff. So number 1 against number 4, then number 2 against number 3. The winner will face each other for the national championship. So the issue normally is who should get in, who should not be in, and who should be in what spot or whatever. So really, it all came down to that number 4 spot. It came down between 2 teams that I really don't like. One of them is Alabama. And the reason why I don't like Alabama is because every freaking year, just about, or for really, yeah, every freaking year, they're always competing for the national championship. And it got to the point where I got sick and tired of it. And really, it's not just that. It's just that the media is constantly riding their coattails about how great Alabama is. And I got sick and tired of it. So I've been looking forward to Alabama not making the playoff, and it looked like it was going to be the case this year until this team screwed up, and I'll explain how in a second. Now, on the other side, we got this team, the Ohio State squad. Now, y'all know how I feel about not just Ohio State, but the state of Ohio, period, because I represent Michigan, and you know that Michigan-Ohio State rivalry is no joke. So I don't want to see them go to the playoffs because they're going to do what they did last year when they shouldn't have gotten in last year, and they raced it by getting blown out last year. So, and here's the scenario. These 2 teams right here, Alabama and Georgia, they both in the same conference. Georgia won that conference when they defeated this team, who early in the year defeated this team to win their division. So the SEC have 2 divisions. Alabama and Auburn are in the same division. Georgia's in the other division. So Auburn won against Alabama, and they won their division to play against Georgia. Now, keep in mind, Auburn and Georgia played each other early in the year. Auburn won that game. So when they had the rematch in the title game, Georgia won that one. So they won the SEC. Auburn was runner-ups, and Alabama did not play in their conference championship. Therefore, they did not win their conference championship. And to make matters worse, they did not win their division. So keep that in mind. Alabama did not win their division. Auburn did. They did not play in the SEC conference championship game representing their division. Auburn did. Georgia won the conference, not Alabama. And Alabama lost to Auburn. So keep all that in mind. That's where their only loss came from. Ohio State, on the other hand, won their division, went on to the Big Ten Conference Championship, and won the Big Ten Conference Championship by defeating this team. That's right, they got that one loss. And despite them winning their division, playing and winning their conference, this team got in ahead of them to join this team. So yes, 2 teams from the same conference got in. So the issue here is, should Alabama get in? And this is the lesser of 2 evils because, again, I am sick and tired of Alabama going into the playoff and constantly winning and things of that nature. Now, granted, they didn't win it last year, so I was happy about that. But I'm sick of them being in the playoff. But at the same time, I cannot stand Ohio State. So this right here is the lesser of 2 evils. And, yeah, they should be in. Why? Now let me get something straight. There's on ESPN. There's this black bald-headed dude who constantly say that, oh, these are the 4 best teams in the nation, so they got it. No, these are not the 4 best teams in the nation. Because again, this team beat this team. But the reason why they're not in it because look how many losses they got. Now, one of them came from this team, another one came from this team, and another one came from a squad. Actually, they came from right here. If I can click off of that, came from right here. So they got 3 not bad losses. 3 losses to teams who are all ranked, 2 of them in the top 3. And they beat this team. So don't give me the whole, oh, these are the 4 best teams. No, these are the 4 best teams who have 2 losses or less. Let's put it like that. But going by that criteria, yeah, these are the 4 best teams. Because again, the 4 best teams who have 2 losses or less. Because Alabama is obviously a better squad than Ohio State. And the Big Ten is on the downside this year, you know, much as I hate to admit it. Because also, let's look at their 2 losses. They were at home, and they got blown out by this team. And their second loss was also at home. They got blown out big time by 30-something points by Iowa, who are not ranked, are not good. And that was ridiculous. That's what hurt them the most right there. So, yeah, they don't deserve to be in. And we proved, and we, you know, this is supposed to be the best of the Big Ten, but yet they got stomped by another team that won their conference in the Big 12. So they can't measure up. Like nobody, in my opinion, and this hurts for me to say because Michigan, Big 10, but nobody can measure up with, you know, they can't measure up with everybody else. They can't even measure up with the Pac-12, who this team won. This team won that conference. So, yeah. There you go with that. So I agree with this top 4. I agree in the order that this came in. Now, as far as who's going to win it all, I'm going to say that for another video. Now, let's get on to another thing that came across my radar, and that is this. The Game Awards. Now, this is my first time doing this. So, basically, at the end of the year, just about, they do this award show based on video games. So, I want to talk about it. So, let's start off. Well, we ain't going to go into the best Chinese game because I play none of these games. I have no clue what they're. I don't even know what they says for the most part. So no, they're translated versions right here. But anyway, let's move on up. Best debut indie game presented by. Okay, we're gonna skip that part, and we can vote on some of these. So I heard of none of these 3. Oh, no, that's not true. I heard of Mr. Shifty. I actually seen it in action because I think Dashy played it, but I'm gonna have to give it a Cuphead. So, Cuphead would get my vote right there. Now, let's move on up. Best esports team, pass. Best esports player, pass. Here we go. Best esports game. Rocket League, League of Legends, Dota 2, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and, well, actually, yeah. No, it's offense, excuse me. No, it is offensive. And Overwatch. So this is going to come down to Rocket League and Overwatch because those 2 are the only ones that I play. Now, League of Legends, yeah, that's popular. That Counter-Strike, yeah, I know it's popular as well. I never heard of Dota 2. If I had to pick one of these, I'm gonna go with Rocket League. I think Rocket League is slightly more fun than Overwatch, even though I like Overwatch as a shooter, but I'm gonna have to go with Rocket League because it's that much fun, more fun rather. Trending gamer, I don't care. And let's see, what is this? Best student game. And I can't vote on this, but still though, I don't care. That sounds messed up, but for real though. Best independent game. Prior, how you pronounce that? Night in the Woods, Cuphead, Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice, and What Remains of Edith Finch. And obviously I'm gonna vote for Cuphead. Because that's the only one that I'm aware. Now, I'm aware of Prior, how you pronounce that as well. But I've seen Cuphead in action, though. So that looked pretty fun. Most anticipated game. And I ain't going to read the rest of that. Now, McCafe, really? McDonald's? Okay. Last of Us Part 2. Red Dead Redemption 2. Monster Hunter World. Marvel Spider-Man and God of War. I'm like, where's Kingdom Hearts at? Where's Kingdom Hearts? So, and this is actually a tough one. I know for most people, it would come down to The Last of Us Part 2. Some of y'all may want that Monster Hunter World in there, and of course, the God of War. I'm going to have to roll with God of War. It's a different style this time around. You know, it's not your typical hack and slash. It looks good, so I want to see how that is. I'm obviously gonna get the game. I'm gonna get Red Dead Redemption 2 for that online, and I may get that Spider-Man because that looked dope as well. But I'm gonna go with God of War for the most anticipated game. Although the real winner is Kingdom Hearts 3. They tripping. Now, best multiplayer. Oh, here's where things get really interesting. Really interesting. Fortnite, Call of Duty World War II, Splatoon 2, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Destiny's 2, and Player Unknown's Battlegrounds. Now, I'm going to let you know right here, right now, Splatoon is off the list, Destiny's 2 off the list, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is off the list because this is basically Mario Kart 8. They just added 2 new characters and maybe 1 or 2 new worlds, but it's basically the same game for the most part. I'm going to get that game nevertheless. But anywho, I'm going to also eliminate Fortnite. Fortnite is a really good game. I played it. I own it. But it's a knockoff of this. That's really what it is. It's a knockoff of this. So I'm looking at everything that I eliminated, and it's come down to Call of Duty and Battlegrounds. You would think that Overwatch, well, it came out last year. Wow. I never played Battlegrounds, but I know how good it is, and I know how popular it is. But wow, that's a tough one. You know what? I'm gonna have to go with this one. Again, I never played it, but World War II is okay, but I wouldn't call it best multiplayer of the year. I can't do that. So now, best sports / racing game. 2K18 is garbage. Pro Evolution Soccer 2018, Project Cars 2, GT Sport, Forza Motorsport 7, and FIFA 18. Actually, I was going to get GT Sport, but I decided not to get it because I heard it was blah. And there's like a lot of racing games here. There's 2 soccer games here. I'm like, where's the baseball? Where's Madden? Something. If I had to pick one, I'm going to have to go with FIFA. I've seen it in action. That's the only one I've seen in action. So I'm going with FIFA just because. Now let's move on up top. Best strategy game. XCOM 2, War of the Chosen, Tooth and Tail, Total War, Warhammer 2, Halo Wars 2, and Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I'm going with this one. I'm going with that one because that one do look fun, I will admit. So I'm going with that one. All right, moving on. Best family game. Splatoon 2, Sonic Mania, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and Super Mario Odyssey. This is obviously Odyssey. That game is dope as heck, rather. Because when I start playing that game, I cannot stop. Although I've seen Sonic Mania, that looked dope as well. This looks dope, but I wouldn't call this a family game. And these two, they don't touch Odyssey in my opinion. So let's move on. Best fighting game. Tekken 7, Nig Hall 2, whatever that is, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, Injustice 2, and ARMS. We can eliminate ARMS and Nig Hall 2. Nig Hall 2, I have no clue what that is, and ARMS is just blah. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, I got the game. I have yet to play it, and I got Tekken 7, but I know how good Injustice 2 is. But I'm going to roll with Tekken 7. I'm giving it to Tekken 7 just because I got that game, and it looks dope. Now, best role-playing game. This is going to be tough. South Park, The Fractured Butthole, Final Fantasy 15, Divinity Original Sin 2, Nier Automata, and Persona 5. Woo! We can eliminate Divinity. I never played that. We can eliminate South Park. Is that really role-playing? I don't know. And some of y'all may hate me for this, but we're going to eliminate Persona 5. I never played it. It's going to come down to Final Fantasy 15 and Nier Automata. Ugh. I'm going to give it a Nier. It's a tough one, but I'm going to give it a Nier. I got to show Nier some love. All right. Best action / adventure game. Ooh, this is going to be tough too. Uncharted, The Lost Legacy, Assassin's Creed Origins, The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, Horizon Zero Dawn. That's tough. That's a tough choice right here, man. It's, in my opinion, going to come down to Odyssey, that Assassin's Creed, and that Zelda. Now, the Zelda I want to get. The Assassin's Creed Origins I haven't played it yet. Horizon Zero Dawn, I had it. I never played it. And Mario, obviously, I played that. And now Uncharted, I never owned that one. If I had to pick one of these games, wow. Action adventure. Oh, man. I'm reading this. Look at this. For the best action/adventure game, combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. Mario do got all those things. I'm gonna say it got a lot of combat, but it do got some in it, but not a lot. Assassin's Creed got more of that than Mario does. I don't know about the puzzles. Like there's some puzzles in there, but the game that best describe this, I have to go with Zelda. Even though I didn't play it yet, I'm gonna have to go with Zelda for that. Best action games. Okay, that's okay. Prey, Neo, Destiny 2, Cuphead, and Wolfenstein 2. I heard Wolfenstein 2 was good. I did not play any of these games. We gonna eliminate Destiny 2 because I don't know. I'm good with that. I'm gonna go with the popularity vote and go with Wolfenstein 2. I was thinking Cuphead, but I'm like, cause there's action. There's nothing but action in there. But I'm gonna go with Wolfenstein 2. Best VR/AR game. Super Hot VR, Star Trek Bridge Crew, Lone Echo Arena, Farpoint, and Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. I'm going with that because I seen how that looks. Not in VR, but that game is scary as heck. So I'm going with that one, man. Best handheld game. What? Poochie and Yoshi's Woolly World, Monster Hunter Stories, Metroid Samus Returns, Ever Oasis, and Fire Emblem Echoes Shadow of Valentina. I have not played any one of these. Metroid is no joke, but if I'm just gonna pick one, I'm going with Fire Emblem. So, yeah, there you go with that. Moving on. Best mobile game. Fire Emblem Heroes, Super Mario 1, Old Man's Journey, Monument Valley 2, and Hidden Folks. I'm gonna go with this because normally I would pick Super Mario 1, but you have to pay money to get more levels. So that's the only reason why I didn't pick it. Now this is gonna be crazy. Best ongoing game. Warframe, Rainbow Six Siege, Overwatch, Grand Theft Auto Online, Destiny 2, Player Unknown's Battlegrounds. This is gonna come down to Siege, Overwatch, Grand Theft. Really, no. Overwatch and Grand Theft. Those the two right there. If I had to pick one, I'm gonna pick Overwatch. I play that more than Grand Theft. I'm going with Overwatch here. Moving on. Games for Impact, wherever that is. Please knock on my door. Night in the Woods. Life is Strange. Before the Storm. Bury Me, My Love. What Remains of Edith Finch, and Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. I'm going with Life is Strange because that's the only game I'm familiar with. Everything else is like, what the heck is that? Best performance, we're going to pass that. Best audio design. So, this is the best in-game audio and sound design. So, I'm going to go, I heard how good Resident Evil 7 is. I'm going to go with that one. Best score/music. Destiny 2, Cuphead, Nier Automata, The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, and Persona 5. Now, here's the thing about this one. I got the soundtrack for Nier Automata. That thing is amazing. But I heard that Persona 5 soundtrack is dope, so I downloaded it, but I haven't heard it yet. I'm going to go with that Nier Automata just because of that one song. And y'all know what that song is. Moving on. Best art design. Destiny 2, Cuphead, The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, Persona 5, and Horizon Zero Dawn. So, I'm going to have to roll with Cuphead because I've seen how that looks, and it looks really unique. That's the only reason why I'm giving it to that one. Now, moving on up to Best Narrative. What Remains of Edith Finch, Nier Automata, Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice, Wolfenstein 2, and Horizon Zero Dawn. Obviously, I'm going with Nier Automata because that's the only one that I played on this list. And Best Game Direction, Wolfenstein 2, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, and Horizon Zero Dawn. Let's see. Innovation an in-game direction and design, and outstanding creative vision. I'm gonna have to give this one to Zelda. I'm gonna have to give it to Zelda. Alright, so with that out the way, Game of the Year: Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, Battlegrounds, Persona 5, and Horizon Zero Dawn, rather. I'm going with Odyssey. That game is a good thing. So yeah, there you go, man. That's my votes right there for the Game Awards. And there you go, man. That's what I'm rolling with. So with all that said and done, man, y'all know who this is. This is your boy, the new Jay Gatsby, aka the new Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.